us now live from New York is Scott Curtis, a former FBI agent. Thank you for staying up late with us. Scott, what do you think's happening right now?
Well, clearly they're executing a search warrant at this location here. We know from law enforcement statement that the individuals that resided at that location were detained and not arrested there. So the focus of law enforcement is that location and not the individuals that were living there.
And of course, we are waiting to get official confirmation in terms of the detainment or the arrests. We're hoping to get that information soon. In terms of the focus at this point, we've seen the news about the DNA. We've seen the news about the backpack today. All those things probably give clues to the FBI, right?
Yeah, well, the question I have is, how does this location fit into the investigation as a whole? Does this relate to the individual with the backpack that was seen on the video footage in front of Nancy Guthrie's home? Does this location fit into a tip about other perpetrators that may be involved in this crime? Or is this location related to the individual that was sending the demands to TMZ, saying that they had information about the individual with the backpack? We don't know. That's what we have to try to get answered here. How does this location fit into the larger scheme of things?
You've been involved in some very complicated procedures with the FBI, including the biggest arrest day ever, 127 arrests in one day on something you were heading up. Talk about the fact that we see so many FBI cars as part of this, that sort of the most we've seen put out on any one incident throughout this entire investigation.
Well, one key component that people need to keep in mind is that besides locating Nancy Guthrie, hopefully safely here, the next most important aspect of this is to make sure that we're collecting evidence that's going to survive all the way through a potential trial of those who will hopefully be arrested and prosecuted as part of this case. So what law enforcement is doing here is they're making sure they have all the appropriate manpower and resources at this location so they can effectively and efficiently collect all pertinent, relevant evidence that could be connected to this crime and do it in accordance with the law and in accordance with policies and procedures there, because they don't want to face a potential suppression of any evidence connected to this crime.
What do you see as what's next for this investigation, and what do you see in terms of the next few hours at this particular location?
That's hard to forecast right now. I mean, I've been involved in, like you said, a lot of high-profile, complex investigations, and you never can really predict where they're going to go from one minute to the next sometimes. What they're going to do is they're going to collect every bit of evidence from this residence here. They're going to process it. They're going to analyze it. They're going to review it. Also, the interviews of the individuals that resided at that location. I'm sure an FBI agent is going to be part of that interview there, because what that does is that creates additional leverage, because lying to a federal agent is a crime. So we're going to make sure that we can get all the relevant information out of those individuals that we can. And based on that, that may lead us to additional search warrants. We just don't know at this point.
Scott Curtis, thank you so much for staying up late again with us, and thank you for your expertise. Appreciate it.
Thank you.